Hey friends, today we're going to go over how to line flat crochet projects. This also works for knitted projects, so your flat projects. So I'm going to make a bat top, and before I add the straps and before I add the head here, I'm going to go ahead and line what I have now. And so once I add the head and then once I add the straps, it is going to go ahead and change shape. I feel like it's going to look more like this with the head. And so I want to line it before it starts to take dimension. It's easier to line something that is flat. So I did go ahead and place stitch markers where I am going to attach the straps, and this makes sure that once I sew and put together the lining, I'm not going to sew over the places that I need. In these corners, this is where I'm going to crochet again, and then all down here. So I'm going to make sure to not catch this row either. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the fabric that I'm going to use to line. Make sure that you iron this before you start, just because it will make everything a lot nicer. This is extremely hard to see. Normally I would put my project underneath the lining and then just cut around, but because this is black, it's really hard to see. So definitely experiment with yours, how you want to do it. I'm going to go ahead and put the lining, but I will do the wrong side. This is just so we can get the idea of what shape we need for our lining. So put your project, lay it as flat as possible. So now that I have overlaid it, we're going to cut around this shape. It doesn't have to be exact, just so you can get some idea, and I will show you what we do at these edges. Alright, so here I have my ruler. I'm going to roughly do half an inch of lining, because we're going to fold this over, so you do need something on the edge, and just do that all the way around. Great, so now we have everything lined, and so now we are ready to cut our piece. Now wherever you have a corner, just like here, we're going to go ahead and make a slit. And that is going to make sure that this piece goes here and this piece goes here. And we do that everywhere. So for example, here we see a slit, or anytime we have a corner. So here we have a corner and we make a diagonal slit, just like this. And again, that ensures that this piece will fall here and this piece will fall in here. Again, we have a slit, vertically cut in between, and another one here, and we have another one here. And so again, this is just going to allow you to be able to fold it a lot nicer to get these zigzag shapes still. Alright, now we're ready to do the next step, which is to iron. Okay, so now we're going to iron our piece on the wrong side. So this is the right side for me, and this is the wrong side. So now we're going to take that half an inch that we had allocated, and we're going to fold it up, and we're going to iron. And this is going to make it so much easier to sew. So it doesn't have to be perfectly flat, it just needs some type of memory. And then here in the corner, we're going to iron this. Okay, so now that we've ironed our pieces, now we're ready to connect. So this is the wrong side of the fabric. Here's the right side. We're going to take our lining, and with the right side coming out, we're going to kind of start shaping how our lining and our piece are going to go together. And so you can pin this, but I like to use clips just because it's a lot, I think, faster. But you are just going to go ahead and clip all the way around so we can get ready to sew the pieces together. And this is what it looks like once you clip it all the way around, better shaping the lining to where you're going to attach it. The next part is to sew. And you can do this all by hand, right? Like you can stitch it all by hand. But I have a sewing machine, so I think it's just easier for me to use the sewing machine. It doesn't matter where you start off, just make sure that you don't crochet the outermost layer, just because you don't want your lining sticking out. And then also, it just, again, looks a lot nicer like that way. So I'm going to start here at the top. But again, you can start wherever makes sense for you in your project. And again, I'm making sure that my piece is above the lining. So you just stitch away. So now I've lined most of my project, and this is what it's looking like. And I am going to leave this part open because I'm going to add the bat head, and then I'm going to seal it up after. Okay, so now I have added the last of my bat, and so I'm going to finish closing my top. Alright, so now I am done with the top. I finished lining it, and then I went ahead and added the straps. This is what it looks like from the back side. Let me know in the comments if you try this, and I'll see you guys next time.